Back to the Blowing Smoke podcast. I'm your host, Ricky Kuzak, with my co-host, Trent Kalis and Roland D. Michelle. And oh boy, do we have an episode in for you guys today. We're going to talk about the most anticipated event of all of the NFL season, the Pro Bowl.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. We're talking about Super Bowl today.
I don't know.
We're going to talk about the two-hand touch.
I was gonna say
Pro
was that,
Bowl.
I was about to say, was that in the script? I'm missing it. I think I missed
It was
something.
definitely wasn't. Anyways, welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to talk about, obviously, the Super Bowl. It's the biggest event of the year for the National Football League, and we're going to kind of just go over our breakdown of the game, what we thought, and kind of reflect on our predictions last week. We had some interesting ones that didn't really pan out. But anyways, so we're just going to go ahead and dive in. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe with your feedback, and make sure to follow us on the Blowing Smoke Pod. It's in the description of our videos. And anyways, yeah, let's get to it.
Oh, I guess I'll start. I watched this whole game as actually 111 million Americans watched it,
That's
which is
crazy.
one of the most watched Super Bowls since the Patriots took down the Seahawks.
Before the Seahawks took down the Seahawks.
Yeah, before the Seahawks literally shot themselves in the foot. But I mean, this is, in my opinion, and even as a Brady fan and seeing him play a lot these past couple years, this is the best Super Bowl in probably the last 5 years. Like, it's definitely up there. And it just had everything you could ask for in a Super Bowl. I mean, a quarterback who, suffered pretty much in Detroit for 12 years, finally getting his opportunity and seizing it. And then, you have a guy coming back off a torn ACL and ride into the Super Bowl. I definitely think that this was, I can see why it was so popular across America, but I actually saw an interesting thing today. The Los Angeles area didn't even make the top 10 in viewership
That makes
for
sense.
the Super Bowl.
That makes sense.
Was Detroit number one?
I feel like Detroit.
Actually, believe it or not, Detroit was, I don't know how they calculate this, but Detroit was the area that watched it the most in the country.
I
Oh,
believe
that
it.
makes
We
100%
all
And then
sense.
understand
Cincinnati was
that.
like number 3. And then Kansas City was actually in the top 5. I'm like, I thought Kansas City fans would be pissed.
Because they're salty.
Yeah,
They,
they're- yeah,
they,
they wanna
want to
see-
watch Joe Burrow
They
lose.
They didn't get to see the Bengals go down, but definitely, I mean, just back and forth, great action, and the Bengals had multiple opportunities late. But I mean, I know you guys saw it, but the flags in the fourth
Oh
quarter.
my god.
Not even the fourth quarter, in like the last minute.
Yeah.
Wait, how about this?
Holy
What about that
crap.
face mask?
I feel like we're getting a little too ahead of ourselves.
On
We're
Jalen
gonna.
Ramsey.
I feel like we're getting a little ahead of ourselves here. I think we should
I
just
guess we're
start.
just giving our broad
Yeah.
thoughts on the game right now. But
We'll definitely dive more
No, for
deep
sure.
into
We'll
those
just-
penalties
yeah.
and the calls and.
I guess just to put it on a broad level, there were a lot of calls in this game, and some were missed, and some were good, and some were like, "What the hell?"
I don't. No, I mean, to be fair, like there weren't very many flags thrown in the game. I feel
Yeah.
like.
It was only until the fourth.
Yeah,
really.
pretty much the fourth quarter, the most important time of the game is when they started flying
But
everywhere.
but I mean, you can't hedge a Super Bowl bet. I mean, you can't hedge a Super Bowl on like a missed call. So I feel like they're
No,
almost
no, no.
obligated
Oh,
to
yeah.
throw
no,
those.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm just
Because
saying
because
I feel like
because you know how bad it'd be if they missed a call in the Super Bowl, like let's say for example the Eli Apple holding in the end zone. If they
Yeah.
didn't throw that
No, for sure.
and like the Rams didn't get the touchdown and it was a blatantly called, you know how much crap the NFL would get.
Oh, no, for sure.
So,
100%.
I don't know.
I guess my final two thoughts on the game before I let Roland give his thoughts. First off, Eli Apple sucks. He is terrible.
Talk about him later.
And number two, on Joe Burrow's, where Aaron Donald took him down, Jamar Chase had Jalen Ramsey burnt down the sideline, and if Joe Burrow would have had 3 more seconds,
Not
the
even
Bengals
2.
would have bombed that touchdown.
But you only get about 2 seconds with Aaron Donald.
Yeah, he
The
was
Bengal- if
he was
Burrow-
playing with a different fire.
I mean,
And he was also like
that's-
offsides the last play too. Like it
I
was like
guess-
some Rudy shit, bro. He was so far offside.
I guess my thing is that he was open down the sideline, and if Burrow would have just had a couple more seconds, it probably would have been a
Penny
different
Sewell.
outcome in this game. Well, who's he going to throw it to, though? Then they wouldn't have had Jamar Chase if they took
Isn't
Sewell.
that a fucking blunder right there? Because I don't know. I think T Higgins and what's his name,
Tyler Boyd.
Tyler. Thank you,
No,
Tyler.
Tyler Boyd had that really bad drop
Very
on
bad
that third
drop.
down.
Yeah, very bad drop. That team in the next couple of years is gonna be sick.
Yeah, I
If
feel
they
like
can keep it together.
I feel like every single O lineman going to free agency is gonna get a call from the Cincinnati Bengals
And why
front
wouldn't
office
they go? Right? Like
Right.
there's no reason for them
because
not to
like
go.
people say they're an O line away.
Yeah, that's it. I
You
mean,
got-
and they should. They kind
Joe
of
Burrow got sacked 7 times Super Bowl,
Yeah.
most ever.
How many
What,
did Stafford
3?
get sacked?
Wait, I got it right
I
here.
think honestly I think like once or twice.
Twice,
that-
yeah.
twice?
Yep.
Twice.
He got hit 13 times.
Yeah, you get hit a lot.
Yeah, see, okay, this maybe
Sam
wasn't a sack,
Hubbard
but
had a really good game too,
He
man.
did.
He was very
He
impressive.
was playing for Harambe.
I guess, Roland, what were your overall thoughts on the game before we dive into the different
Watching
parts
Odell
of it?
Beckham absolutely torch a man in the Super Bowl for a touchdown
Beautiful.
brought joy to my heart. I was jumping with joy like a little child. It was
I
beautiful.
was at work for like the first quarter, and then I had the game on my phone, and all I hear is somebody saying, "Someone just keeps texting Odell to your phone." And it was rolling after he scored a touchdown. I'm like, "What did Odell score a touchdown?" Like, I don't know. I just keep seeing Odell on top of your phone. I said, "Well, I guess he probably scored then."
Well, dude.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And then, how do you guys feel about turf? Like, have you guys heard all the rumors about the turf and maybe they're gonna go to nice grass field? All the field's gonna be grass from now on.
Why was it did they feel the players feel like it was like a poor?
Yeah, no,
There
they're just the turf is like harder to cut on. It's less forgiving.
There are statistics that prove that more like torn ACLs and like significant injuries like
Happen on turf?
Obviously,
Yeah.
turf isn't going to inhibit a concussion or not,
Obviously.
but like knee and ankle injuries, there's higher numbers on turf.
So they're talking about maybe all going because everyone wants to play on turf until you play on like the best grass field possible, and then you're like, well, this is just amazing.
Well, I think the thing is like even with like indoor stadiums, dude, there's so much technology nowadays. You could definitely figure out how to grow a grass
Well,
field.
you see
indoors.
the Raiders,
the Cardinals.
Cardinals.
who have like their field literally like rolls outside.
Yeah.
So it can get sunlight and then it rolls
and then
back in.
it rolls back in
Yeah.
for game day. Like,
Yeah.
what is that? That's amazing.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. I get it. I mean, it's a Super Bowl. It's a national stage, and a guy, probably has a more than likely. Have they announced if he tore his ACL yet?
I haven't seen
Odell?
anything. I looked yesterday.
I think it's still
couldn't-
like suspicion.
Yeah.
I don't-
They haven't released
I
it.
know they did. They
Did he
should.
at the parade today?
I don't know. I didn't watch.
haven't
I didn't see.
I did
anything
not
about
watch
him
the
I
parade.
just seen
today.
Aaron Donald looking like a freaking jacked human being without a shirt on.
Then
at
I
the
saw
parade.
Matthew Stafford
A little too-
sloshed,
a little too-
I
but
saw
I
it,
I,
yeah.
I commended. I congratulate him.
I saw Stafford and Aaron Donald, Cooper Kupp, Whitworth, but I didn't see OBJ.
I didn't see Cooper Kupp smile one time after the Super Bowl after they won. Even after he got the MVP, every time I seen him on the TV,
He was just
having a
trying.
straight
He was
front face.
gassed, man. He tried
Yeah,
so
he was probably
hard.
fucking tired.
That he basically he
He was
basically
trying so fucking tired.
he basically won them the game on that last drive. I think he had almost all of the yards that they got.
Yeah.
Cam Akers had one good run towards the end zone, and that was it.
Yeah, I'm kind of upset though he won MVP. I'm not gonna lie. I
Kupp?
think- yeah.
Over who? Donald?
Stafford.
I-
Come back fourth quarter touchdown.
Yeah.
A long drive. It was like 15 plays.
Right. I can see the case, but at the same time, I think Kupp has had literally the best receiving season ever.
Oh, I mean,
Ever. He has the most receiving yards out of any season, including regular and post, by a lot, by 400 yards. He said he won the Triple Crown in the regular season.
no, I know he had the most accomplished year of any receiver
Yeah.
ever.
I'd say
It's insane.
I'd say it's the best receiving season we've ever seen.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
You're right.
It's kind of nice to see a non-quarterback win it every once in a while too.
Yeah, because it was him. Let's see, Von Miller won it once.
Julian
Edelman won
Julian
it.
Edelman
Yeah.
won it.
It's
And
only the
then,
white receivers who win it.
No, Von Miller won and Malcolm Smith won too. Remember that guy?
No, I don't.
Linebacker for the Seahawks when they beat the Broncos
oh no, what's his name?
50 something.
Yeah, no, that was
He had a pick six.
yeah. No.
But yeah, the score was ridiculous. Peyton Manning was a shell.
No.
Anyways, wrong Super Bowl.
Yeah, wrong Super Bowl.
All right,
wrong
let's
Super
talk
Bowl.
about this
no,
one.
No, but okay, back to what I was saying. No, I think the Rams. I think the game would have been very different if Odell doesn't get hurt. It seems
Oh,
like
absolutely.
everything that the Rams had evolved around him and Kupp being together, and then the moment Odell went down, the momentum just died.
I agree.
And
100%.
they're really lucky they won that game, honestly.
Well, the funny thing is Mixon Mixon threw a touchdown, and then Jamar Chase didn't score a touchdown either. He didn't catch.
He had
a
that
touchdown.
really good catch on Ramsey,
He did.
though.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he played bad.
No,
I'm saying
no,
it was just surprising that neither of those guys had a reception for a score. But Mixon did throw one, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was a
Cooper
really
Kupp had
cool play.
Yes, he did.
Two what?
two touchdown catches.
Oh, I think he meant passes. I'm like, when did he? I never saw him throw the ball.
He did throw the
Oh,
ball.
yeah, he did once,
to Stafford and
It-
Yeah, but it did. He didn't.
I'm not
he
gonna
he
lie. If that
airmailed
was a
it.
good ball, Stafford is liable to truck a safety.
Yeah,
Jesse
he-
Bates might have died. I don't know.
Yeah.
Stafford might have.
I don't know about
decided to
It looked
die.
like Tom Brady trying to replicate the Philly special.
he had that one truck a few years ago against that Titans guy, but
you never.
but man,
know.
did he play?
For the Super Bowl, Stafford might just.
Yeah, I
die.
said he did. They both quarterbacks got hurt.
Yeah.
I can't remember. They said Burrow played with like a sprained MCL, and
Oh.
then Eric Weddle also
I was just
played
about to bring Eric
with
Weddle up.
like a torn pec
Yeah,
or something.
in 2 places. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he led the team in tackles in the playoffs too.
Yeah,
That-
the
and
funny
what
thing is
Eric
they
Weddle,
literally
man.
signed him off his couch.
Yeah.
He hadn't played football in like almost 2 years.
Oh, yeah, they put a shoulder brace on him on the sideline.
Yeah. And then he was
Yeah,
like,
then
I'm
he's
gonna
like,
just go
"Alright."
back in.
Yeah,
No big
shoulder
deal.
brace and a shot of cortisone. He probably wasn't even
Yeah.
feeling his shoulder.
When I tell you that when Joe Burrow went down and they played a replay of him just screaming like when he
Yeah.
got hurt, I'm like
Mm.
he
I thought it was his ACL again. I go, no fucking.
No,
well
no.
they said it was like his other knee
Yeah.
in the game.
When you get your ACL rebuilt, is it stronger?
They use an Achilles, I'm pretty
Or
sure.
is it like the
It is
same?
stronger. No,
Okay,
because
I
your
was gonna
Achilles
say.
is like the strongest tendon. I was just watching Joe Rogan, and he had to like in his elbow, he got his tendon replaced, and
Yeah,
it's an
I feel
Achilles.
I feel like you never hear about an ACL like re-tearing. Well, that's like Tommy John surgery. They take like a ligament out of your knee and put it in your
Saquon
elbow.
tear his ACL like 3 times now?
Yes,
Quite
he's
a- quite a
torn it.
few.
He's torn it once or twice.
Him and Derrick Rose.
Oh man, Derek, the last.
D Rose. Oh. Rest
All
in
right.
peace, that Bulls team.
So let's talk about some of the stuff we were talking about earlier. I guess we'll touch on first the penalties in the game and the lack of penalties. But I feel like overall the refs wanted them to play. You know, like they weren't really. You know, they let them go at it because
Yeah, let the boys play.
you don't want the game just to be flagged constantly.
no.
However, there was the one that everyone was talking about was the no flag
Yeah.
on T. Higgins
Yeah.
mossing
Yeah.
Oh, my
Jalen
God.
Ramsey
Yeah.
for a 75-yard touchdown first play of the half.
Dude, he like threw Jalen Ramsey to the
In the
ground.
replay, Jalen Ramsey was playing good defense,
He
but
was.
and he got his as he's looking at the
Neck
ball coming
broke.
down, he had his face mask grabbed, pulled to the side, and he fell down. And I remember watching him play, I'm like, how did that even happen? And he's like, and then they said Jalen Ramsey just fell down, and then they showed the replay, and there's like,
Yeah, everyone was like, wait, what?
They made it look like he tripped.
Yeah.
It looked like he tripped
Live,
like in
yeah.
real time.
It did, but then you look at the replay and you can see his helmet just go.
And it was so unfortunate.
I'm like,
because it was
because-
right after the half, and Stafford just threw a pick. They just scored, and it was the first play of the half, and it was just like, damn, another touchdown, and it didn't get called
The
back.
Bengals had the momentum.
Yeah.
No, that was the first play coming out of half.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they
And
had
then
all
Stafford-
the momentum going into half, and then they instantly capitalized again.
Yeah, and then
all the
the
momentum
next
was
play,
gone
Stafford
for
threw
them.
that.
Yeah.
He didn't throw a pick.
But
It got tipped. The Bengals came out of that locker room hot.
yeah,
But I honestly, what I think was probably the most impressing thing that I watched that whole entire game was the Bengals' run defense.
yeah.
They
Yes.
were
Oh my god.
phenomenal. Like literally, they forced Matthew Stafford to win that game, and he did. Guarantee he did. The last drive was amazing. Not not
Cam Akers,
not
13
not a
for
new thing.
21.
Yeah, 30,
Like, what is that?
yard and a half a carry.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. And like the thing is, the reason why the Rams were so successful the season is they had these running backs like Darrell Henderson and Sony Michel that they would have
Henderson, 4 for 7.
productive runs, and then they would just hit him with the play action. Cooper probably be like, all right, see you later, gone. Or
Exactly.
Van Jefferson,
Yeah,
see you later.
somebody.
Odell, see you later.
Robert, well, next year's gonna be so crazy.
So, yeah. So shout out to the Bengals run defense for literally
Sam
keeping
Hubbard,
keeping them from not just getting destroyed.
using the will of Harambe to really just.
And I like
Take a
how
minute.
Roland said the OBJ injury was detrimental for the Rams.
I was so sad.
It wouldn't have been as close
when
as
when
it was.
when he ripped his helmet off and was crying, I knew it was bad, and I was like, oh man,
It's
there's
just,
no
the,
way.
it's just the non-contact injuries, man. They just suck. They
Yeah.
suck.
I hope he'll be back.
You could just tell by the way his knee like moved. You're like, oh shit. Like,
Yeah,
you
'cause
knew,
he
you
stepped
knew
wrong,
it
he
was
like
bad.
stuttered, yeah.
Yeah, just the way he stuttered and then went down.
And I like how he just kept proving that Baker was the problem every game he played for the Rams, even in the Super Bowl.
I think like once he caught the touchdown in the Super Bowl, he had more touchdowns on the Rams than he had his whole entire time in
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Exactly, yeah.
Granted, he was hurt at some point, but still, he's played what,
9 games maybe.
something like that.
I think he played like 5 regular season. So
Yeah.
yeah.
How many did he play with the Browns?
He was out there
A
for like
season and
two
a half,
two
2
seasons.
2.5 seasons.
Well, he was hurt, so
Yeah.
He did spend a lot of time on the sideline too.
And then he got hurt when he was on the Giants too.
Yeah, I mean,
But when he's healthy, give him the ball.
Yeah.
I wonder who's gonna pay him this offseason.
The Rams, with the 4
Yeah.
cents they have.
Well,
a,
they
a
were
lot of good players got a ring this year.
They
It
were
was very
talking
nice
about
to see.
it. They were talking about it during like they were talking about during the parade, and they're like, let's run it back, let's do it again. We could do it again.
They could do it for the next.
I'll be
3
curious
years,
to see if these guys take pay cuts to win another chip.
I would.
Yeah, I mean, I think
mean, they
Brady
have
proved that's how you have. If you want to build a dynasty, that's what you have to do.
I mean, they have the team to do it. I mean, now
especially
granted,
with Robert Woods coming back.
Well, I mean, okay, so here's the thing. So granted, the Bengals did get out of the AFC and won it, but like, do you think that if Buffalo or even I'll even give Kansas City props. Do you think if Buffalo or Kansas City was in the Super Bowl, it would have ended differently?
No, I think it'd probably been worse. I think that Bengals defense played like the best defensive game we've seen in the playoffs yet.
The passing defense?
No,
not
but
so much.
that run
I
defense
think-
though.
I think the Chiefs would have lost, but the Bills would have won. I think Kansas. I just don't think Kansas City is the shit anymore. I mean, they're
They
good.
were what, 11-5, 11-6.
Number one?
I mean,
No, number two seed. Sorry.
yeah. I mean, they're good, but
I think if the Titans,
I feel like
make
they're
it
not
there,
at the
it's a
same
different
level
game.
that they were. I guess is a way to put
I think
it.
Titans make it. The Titans lose.
But I think it's probably more interesting than if the Chiefs or the Bills get there. Because you're gonna get to actually see Derrick Henry get fed the ball against Aaron Donald, and he's
But
gonna.
Derrick Henry
and
would still
whoever
also,
wins,
but
wins
Derrick
the
Henry
game.
would still, even if they made the Super Bowl, would only be like a month back from injury.
Yeah.
I mean, still, he has like a titanium ankle now, but
Joe
I mean,
Mixon did have a very productive game.
Anyway, talking about
He's
the
a pretty
Super
good
Bowl,
passer.
not
15 for 74. It's not bad. Five a carry.
No.
He had some like really impactful, like the
Yeah. they were big runs.
the Joe Mixon when he threw a touchdown, he had like on that drive he had like 3 carries that went for like 10 plus yards. And I remember that being similar to the overtime game with the Chiefs on the last drive. Joe Mixon just ran the ball down the whole entire field. Or no, not the. There was a drive where a crucial drive. It was either when they tied the game or when then the overtime drive. I can't remember. Regardless, he played a really good game. Shout out to Joe Mixon.
No, Joe Mixon's a very good back, and he is very slept on. You never hear his name compared to like Dalvin Cook, and obviously for obvious reasons, but still his name should still be thrown out there.
No, he played good. I mean, the Bengals aren't really running into any free agency issues, are they? Not really.
I
I
don't
think
think they're
everyone's
paying
still.
anybody either.
I don't
Well, I think
know.
everyone's still kind of under contract though.
Yeah,
don't know.
so I mean they might have some money to dish out.
Well,
You
the
never
funny thing
know.
is, I don't know if this was before or after the Super Bowl, but Gronkowski's like, I know where I want to go play. And he's like, I want to play for Cincinnati, but Higgins caught 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl. It's like, what are you gonna do? Cut him?
What? Higgins?
Or no, he caught 1.
Higgins is a wide receiver.
And you take
No.
Gronk regardless.
No, who is the tight end?
CJ.
And he
Okay.
was
I
hurt.
I don't know how the hell this guy played.
Was he hurt?
Never
He,
mind.
yeah,
Never mind.
ooh, yeah, no, he played and
Like,
he,
but like he was
yeah,
hurt.
he got hurt in the championship game and he
Yeah.
like he was wearing a brace.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay,
how
never
do
mind.
you come back from injury?
I
I'm
thought-
just gonna
I
win,
thought-
coach. We just gotta win.
And he didn't. They didn't win.
I
No,
thought
but they
I
did,
thought
but-
Higgins was the tight end.
No, Higgins is a wide receiver. He's,
Okay.
he's wide receiver 3, or I guess he's 2 now. I would
Okay.
say.
Tyler Boyd still.
Okay,
But
that would
I
make-
put him at
okay,
2.
Then
Yeah.
it would make more sense if you did sign Gronk because you could definitely substitute him in that offense.
Oh, you can substitute Gronk into any offense. You just give him the ball.
Run, run,
Yeah.
Gronk, run.
Here you go.
Yeah, here you go. Yeah, I don't
Gronk
know
take ball.
whether
Gronk run.
whether the Bengals pick him up or not.
They
I
would be a fool not to at least try. If it was a joke, I would still try.
Well, I don't think Gronk's gonna be playing for the Bucks.
I wouldn't. If I'm not playing for Brady, I'm going to play
I
for
would
whoever
agree.
I want.
I think
It's
that
okay. Aaron Rodgers going to Tampa Bay.
I think that Buccaneers team falls.
You know something crazy I saw?
Yeah.
I saw people saying that Jameis is gonna go back to the Bucks.
Yeah, the Bucks are gonna.
And I
take
said,
Jameis
why?
back.
He literally just signed with New Orleans, and he got hurt. I mean,
Yeah,
to be
he
fair,
did get hurt.
New Orleans is unfortunately we say it pretty much every year. But this year most of all, New Orleans is going to be in shambles next
They're
year.
dying progressively every year.
Yeah.
more and more.
When you have Ian Book starting a game for you,
That would
and,
just
and
be-
Trevor Simeon starting
when
games
Trevor
for you.
Simeon has to actually start,
That
you
would
know,
just be
bad.
crazy if the Buccaneers went from from Tom Brady to Aaron Rodgers.
A big upgrade in some people's mind.
But dude, that would just be. Oh my
Mike
god.
Evans could actually run deep routes. That'd
Oh
be
my
crazy.
god, dude, that would be crazy.
Yeah, I would say that it's pretty impressive though that Matthew Stafford has as many NFC Championship wins and Super Bowl wins as Aaron Rodgers in his 18-year career at Green Bay.
It's pretty interesting, and obviously the team
I think
Aaron
it-
Rodgers had is
Right.
nowhere near the Matthew Stafford team.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I mean, he's just-
Aaron Rodgers is 11-10 in the playoffs.
that's terrible.
That's
No.
really bad.
So you basically, if you go into a playoff game with Aaron Rodgers,
You're
you
gonna
have
lose
a
probably.
50-50
And you
shot.
gotta think the year that they won it all. I want to say they were like a 4 seed, so they had
Yeah.
to win wild card,
divisional.
divisional,
NFC.
championship, and Super Bowl. That's 4.
That's 4 out of his 11.
That's
That means-
it's almost half his playoff
Yeah,
wins
well-
in 1 year.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
you
if
can
you,
say the same thing.
yeah,
about
so if you
Stafford,
cut his
though.
Super Bowl off, he's 7-10.
Yeah,
But I mean, Stafford went how many times with the Lions? Twice.
3.
Twice.
Twice.
Who played
He was 0-3, I thought.
He lost to the Cowboys once.
Cowboys,
Cowboys
and then he lost,
Seahawks.
and he lost to the Saints, or was it
Seahawks?
Seahawks?
We're like a 6 seed. We were getting destroyed anyways.
Yeah.
No shot.
So he had 2 losses, but then he won
4
this
So
year.
he's 4-2.
So he's 4-2 in the playoffs, which isn't bad.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty
For your
freaking
first
good.
time with
He's
the
1 for
confidence
1 in
game.
the Super Bowl. They're going back next year.
I mean, this is
Punch their ticket.
This is his first time being on a legitimate team.
Do we know where the Super Bowl is next year? Is it in Vegas
Nope,
No, I'm
Arizona.
not sure.
again?
Yeah, they're going back to Arizona.
We just
Why?
did this.
Yeah, wait, why?
So they're going back. So I saw this today because the NFL posted a picture and goes, "Who's your Super Bowl pick for next year?" I'm like, already, but
Oh yeah.
so next year's in Arizona, and then I
Didn't we-
think they're going to New Orleans, and then like Las Vegas.
What?
That
Have they
makes-
already been to Las Vegas?
No, they just built the stadium last year or this year.
Yeah, it's like the $7 billion brand new stadium.
I swear to
It
God,
should
they
be
go to
used for
Arizona.
Every game possible.
So I
But they were just in Arizona like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
so I
That,
think
that, that's what 28-3 was.
so I think they go to Arizona, then either Vegas or New Orleans.
They gotta
I
be going to
think I might have
Vegas.
the order mixed up. The Pro Bowl was in Vegas,
No, I think it's in Florida.
or was it in Hawaii?
No, it's not in Hawaii anymore.
It's,
Which I don't know
I think
why.
it's in Florida, right?
Yeah, it's in Florida.
I mean, who really cares about the Pro Bowl anyway? But
It's so cool.
Yeah, it's
'cause
two-hand touch now.
Yeah, it's a
during the week in Hawaii, the stadium they use it for like a farmer's market. You can just walk in that bitch. It's
oh yeah,
pretty
the
cool.
Aloha Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing
Anyways,
just sits empty
Super,
now.
Yeah.
Super Bowl week. We decided we're not gonna talk about the Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
Not
the-
eventful at all.
The
But Super Bowl.
Skills challenge was
the
fun.
Professional Flag Football League.
Yeah,
Two-hand
what
touch, if you
what
will.
else are we missing anything big in Super Bowl? Oh, we didn't even finish. Never even finished talking about the penalties.
Well, to be honest though, I'm gonna go back to the Pro Bowl for 1 second. I think it would be more interesting if they just did a flag football game, and then they actually just played
Like
flag football.
no pads, like
No
just
pad- yeah,
pure,
they're
just
just
like
out
pure
there.
speed.
Yeah, just flags.
Well, so now my
5-second rule, you know.
well, so now my question is, so Mac Jones got subbed into the Pro Bowl technically.
That was
Correct.
a touchdown.
Now
His
does
KD was hard.
that count as as a Pro Bowl experience or no? Because he wasn't like originally nominated and he was just filling.
It counts.
in. So he's
It
listed as a
shouldn't count,
one-time
but it
Pro
does.
Bowler.
Mhm.
Okay, that's all I want. I didn't know if that counted or not.
Big
If you're not
stats.
like put in there initially,
Yeah,
so you have to show up.
there was the Lions Super Bowl this year, or not Super Bowl, the Pro Bowl.
Oh yeah, the
Jonah
Jonah
Jackson.
Yeah.
Jonah Jackson.
Is that why Tom Brady only has like 2 Pro Bowls?
Yeah,
'Cause he
'cause he's
never
always
went.
in
He
the
never
fucking
goes.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, because he won the Super Bowl. He's like, I don't want to play.
Yeah, he never goes.
Because people now that just people just don't want to play.
Well, he was
Yeah,
quoted.
don't want to get hurt.
He was quoted, and I think this was a little while ago, but he goes, a teammate congratulated me on making the Pro Bowl, and I think this was after he got bounced or something. He's like, fuck the Pro Bowl. He's like, I want to go play in the Super Bowl. He's like, I give
Yeah.
a fuck less about the Pro Bowl.
Who, yeah, especially
He
for him.
he does not. He did not care about the Pro Bowl.
Rightfully so.
All right,
I mean-
so let's transition here into the we've gone on like a 10-minute tangent just by talking about that one call somehow. So let's
Always the Pro Bowl.
highlight, as we talked about earlier, the fourth quarter calls. So obviously there were like no penalties for the whole entire game. Then there was a hold on a linebacker on Cooper Kupp.
Yep.
That people were questioning, but from looking at it in real time, it looked like his arms were around him. He didn't really get a grab on the jersey from the replay. But when you see something like that, and you see Cooper Kupp's momentum like not being impacted, you're gonna throw a flag.
100%.
Yeah.
So that one was a little bit questionable. I can see why people say it wouldn't have been called, but it was. And
But it
then,
was.
but however, the Eli Apple in the end zone hold on Cooper Kupp's out route was 1,000% a flag.
1,000,000%.
And he said, I'm not getting exposed today. And then he ended up getting exposed 2 plays later on a fade, getting
Yeah.
mossed by Cooper Kupp for
And
the
it was
win.
such an obvious fade too. When you he literally snapped
It's,
the
it's,
ball.
it's really
and
funny.
looked
Yeah, because
right
when they throw fades, he kind of just like drops back like the play's dead and just goes,
Yeah.
Well, if he
go get it, buddy.
if Eli Apple on that last Cooper Kupp touchdown would have just turned his head around.
Yeah, like literally.
That's all-
You're
you're-
in
But
the
to be
front
fair, like he
corner,
had no
look for the
time to.
ball.
He threw it immediately.
Okay, but
Yeah.
here's the thing, dude. This doesn't happen very much unless it's like a really, really good fucking corner. If the receiver's like facing this way, like let's say it's over here coming
This
in.
is a high school DB, by the way. He
I
knows
never
what
said I
he's
was
talking
fucking
about.
good, but I know to fucking turn my head around. So like the receiver's right here and the ball's coming in like this. If the guy's staring at you eye to eye, he will never ever make a fucking play on the ball ever. And that what did you expect? What is it gonna bounce off his chest and go into your arm?
Yeah, right.
It's like turn your fucking head around.
yeah,
And then maybe you don't have to pick it, but at least you could have swatted
yeah,
it.
that's all you have to do.
He was staring like eye to eye with
Yeah, he
him.
caught it. He like
And then-
almost caught it on his back.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Then when he saw the ball like hit Cooper Kupp's hands, he dove. I'm like, what the fuck are you even gonna do?
He's not. He's so
It was-
bad.
it
It's like you
horrendous
literally,
play.
dude, the ball was in his hands and then you dove.
Smoking on that apple pack. That's all I'm saying. Man, he got flamed on Twitter by
I don't think
everybody.
anybody's
He
gonna
got
stick
blamed
him
all
up.
fucking playoffs, and they got
Yeah, he was
Super
like, "Ooh."
Bowl.
And then my favorite one was Miko Hardman, like saying like just recording a video of Super Bowl ring. Maybe you'll get one of these, Eli Apple one
Yeah.
day, because he talks so much crap after beating the Bengals, but like, you're not good. He's not proved himself whatsoever, and he was so cocky.
Who?
Eli Apple.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. He was bad for the whole playoffs, and then now he just got exposed in front of 111
I've never been
million.
good.
Well,
No, he
I
got
think-
drafted to the Giants. and was
Honestly,
not
I think
good.
he played like a decent game against the Chiefs, like decent.
Well,
And I
he
think
was-
that's why he got such a big head.
Well, like,
Yeah.
he
It's
was
like, Tyreek Hill, Mekhi Harman, the quote unquote fastest wide receivers in the league. They ain't got nothing on me. And then,
But that's the thing, though,
and then
he-
some 5'10" white dude torches you for 9 catches and 82 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Dude, that's the thing, though. He was good, and he was good on the Giants.
He was
and
not good.
No.
He's
Well,
not.
okay.
He's not been good once in
You're
his career. He's a
never
bust,
good.
certified bust.
Well,
Not
The
good.
fact that
the
people give
Bengals
him
fucking
money-
paid him.
Oh my god.
It-
It's like the
Well,
US
not anymore.
military
Well,
stock
he's a free
market.
agent this year,
Yeah.
dude. Oh my God!
Boy,
If
to the
that
couch.
guy even asked for an extension from the Bengals,
There's motherfuckers like Eric Weddle sitting on the couch and people like Eli Apple getting paid. That's crazy.
Well, but Eric, I didn't think Eric wanted to play. He's like, hey man, because he got signed right for the playoff stars. He's like,
Yeah.
hey, we're about to go to playoff run. You want in on this? Why not? Sure, why not?
Dude,
And then
oh my God,
worth it.
He is so fucking bad. That's just inexcusable at that level, honestly.
But cornerback is definitely the hardest position to play in football.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, easily. But he proves that. too.
What I do want to talk about as far as cornerbacks go is the Jalen Ramsey unnecessary slander that is going on right now.
People just don't know. What
People
they're
think
talking
that
about.
he allows a touchdown where he gets thrown to the ground by his face mask, and a really good throw by Joe Burrow
The
and a
best
really
throw
and a
possible.
really good catch by Jamar Chase means that he is washed and not the best cornerback in the league. However, outside of those, hold on, there's a tweet that I saw.
Well, when Eli Apple's better than you, it's hard to call yourself the number one corner in the league.
Let me
I can't even say that with a straight fucking face, dude. He is so
let me
fucking
let me
bad.
find a tweet that I really
I can't even say that with a straight face.
I really
Eli
liked
Apple is one of the most
regarding
flashy
that.
cornerbacks I've ever seen.
He's just.
And Jeff Okuda is right on that train to be right next to him.
All right,
Crazy.
so
Well, he's gonna Eli
so,
Apple should be out of the league.
Pro Fancy PFF posted a tweet saying Jamar Chase and T. Higgins versus Jalen Ramsey. 4 catches, 143 yards, a touchdown, and a 135.4 passer rating. And somebody subtweeted saying, I'm going to correct this. 3 catches, 68 yards, 0 touchdowns. Fixed it.
Yeah.
Because that 75-yard touchdown
It's
Yeah,
so
that
fake. It's
cranks
fake
it
news.
up.
It's
should
fake
not. I
news.
mean, yes,
Where are the
could he
Google
made a play on the
fact
ball? Sure. However, when you literally are thrown to the ground
By your neck, basically.
by your face mask,
Yeah.
there's no way you're going to be able to defend that.
Well, dude, the big thing is though, a lot of people are going to argue that Trayvon Diggs might be better. Dude, Trayvon Diggs
No.
let up the most yards of any defensive back in football this year.
I saw
He just got some lucky interceptions, and you know why he got those picks is because they were fucking throwing at him because he sucks.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet of or like a video of like wide receiver comparison. It was like actual wide receivers numbers versus the yards allowed for
Yeah.
Trayvon Diggs and like touchdowns. Like, wow, I want number 2. It's like, well, here
Number two's a
number 2
corner.
guys. Number 2 is Trayvon Diggs and how much yards he's allowed this season. We're just like,
Yeah. No.
Well, dude,
Trayvon
so
Diggs.
Trayvon Diggs, was he a Pro Bowler?
Yeah.
of course he was.
And it was no.
Oh
you
my
know what's
God.
pretty
It's
funny?
voting.
Cause-
Yeah.
It's voting and he's on America's team.
Yeah.
Cowboys fans,
But
oh my God, Trayvon Diggs,
They
best
haven't been
corner in the league.
America's team since fucking Troy Aikman was playing for him.
Michael Irvin.
Yeah,
No,
exactly. Yeah.
Trayvon Diggs is interesting though because those 11 picks were like some of them were really good, but then every time he played a good receiver and got hit with any type of double move, he got.
But,
Yeah,
the-
it's
but
just
that's
the
the thing, though.
torch.
He let up so many yards, and you got to think about this. If you know he's the weakest corner on the
Yeah,
field,
you're gonna throw it to him.
you're going to throw at him. So he probably had maybe more throws at him than Jalen Ramsey did this year. Because if I was a quarterback,
I'm not touching
I wouldn't
the
want to
field.
fucking throw at Jalen Ramsey.
And Trayvon Diggs was a corner
Yeah.
for 3 years, or a receiver for 3 years in college
But
or whatever.
So that's the big thing. Like you got to think about it from like a quarterback standpoint. Who are
Yeah.
you going to have a better chance to complete against? And it's probably him. And you might get unlucky and he grabs it. But at the end of the day, you're
I'm not
probably
throwing
going
the
to
ball
burn him for more.
Jalen Ramsey.
You're going to burn him for more yards, and his interceptions are worse.
Exactly.
Micah Parsons was the best guy in that defense.
Oh
anyway,
my God,
so it
Micah
doesn't
Parsons.
really
Mark
matter.
Parsons is was one of the best defensive
Beautiful.
players in the NFL this year.
Yeah,
he was-
no, he's amazing.
He was insane.
Speaking about great defensive players, how about that man Aaron Donald?
And Von Miller. Don't forget about Von
Yeah,
Miller.
I will not, but obviously it was just crazy. Like I can't remember like what set a spark off on him, but like there was the play where he illegally shoved Joe Burrow out of
He got,
bounds.
like,
but like we're just like,
like,
well, he was
5
in
to 9
bounds, and
minutes.
like
Yeah, but he
it
was-
wasn't
well-
it wasn't a an illegal hit.
Well,
No,
no, I remember
no.
texting you guys about this, and I'm just like, he saw he was going out of bounds. Maybe he shouldn't have pushed him.
But you gotta
it
think,
wasn't-
like,
if
I'm not
there's
saying
no
it was
whistle,
illegal.
you don't slow up.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was illegal.
Yeah,
But at the
there's
same time,
no
it's
whistle.
Kinda like,
There's no whistle.
yeah.
And
I've seen
I
each
think-
one
I
of the
think-
Bengals
I think we
punch
also
Aaron Donald
under.
in the head after that. Like I think they were like all 5 of the linemen were in front of him, slapping at his head. It was
I
hilarious.
think we can also probably understand that like we don't like getting shoved by Aaron Donald. you're gonna go flying
Yeah, it's
no
like
matter
getting
who
shoved
you
by a
are. Like
truck.
Joe Burrow's, he's probably. I think it was more amplified because Joe Burrow thought he was going out of bounds,
Yeah.
and Aaron Donald shoved him, being Aaron Donald. So obviously he's gonna take you off your feet.
Didn't he
Yeah.
shove him into the Bengals sideline?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
okay,
he,
yeah.
like,
So that's
shoved-
why the altercation began.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
that-
they were all
that's why
there.
there was a problem.
But
because
I
he was
feel like
into his own
after
fucking
that-
sideline.
I feel like after he was either after that or after like the missed face mask, he was
was pissed.
mad. He was
I feel-
playing angry.
I feel like he's like
Yeah.
the Hulk, in Marvel, where he's walking up and he's like, "My secret is I'm always angry." You
He-
know, like that's just
he
Aaron Donald.
play-
He
I've-
got fucking
he's-
pissed.
I remember watching the final drive when they came on the field and they're like Aaron Donald just sprinted onto the field. He was the first one set. And I'm like, oh my god. If there's any chance of Evan McPherson not kicking a game tying field goal, it's literally this man. And he was getting blocked on a third down and he reached out his arm and grabbed Samaje Perine by his arm and stopped him dead in his tracks. It was ridiculous. It's one of the best defensive plays I've ever seen.
He's 300 pounds with a 6-pack. Like
He just went like
peak human,
he like the fact that like because
What
like
about Francis Ngannou.
no, yeah, the
Because
Geno code doesn't get
when-
any better than
when-
him.
when Aaron Donald made contact with the running back, he was literally like a half a yard away from getting that first down.
Yeah, and all
Like,
he
he-
did was get grabbed.
All he
Like,
did, he only
yeah.
had his arm, and he just went. You are not going
All the
anywhere.
weird-
And then he made the fourth down stop.
I want to know how strong you have to be to actually stop all his momentum like that. There has to be a way to calculate that.
Because it's
It
not like
has to be
Aaron Donald has
ridiculous.
he's getting blocked.
Yeah, and he's like getting blocked, pushed the other way, grabbed the dude, and like that has to be insane. Like the amount of force
Some of
needed to do that.
some of the best defensive players. This guy he's literally legitimately making a case for the best defensive player ever to play the game of football.
I think they should have an exception and let him be inducted into the Hall of Fame while he's still playing. Let
'Cause,
him
like,
wear the
it's-
gold jacket.
It's
every game.
literally like he's rookie of the year. He's made like the all defensive pro team like 4 out of the or I think he's playing for 6 years, like 5 out of 6 years.
Yeah.
Won defensive player of the year 3 times.
Tied
like-
for the most in history.
Yeah,
no,
he's
he's
literally a Hall of Famer already.
Yeah.
He made the all decade team. He's been in the Pro Bowl in
Every year.
I think in all 8 years.
Or like he was voted in every
Yeah.
year.
He's been a first team all pro, I think 7 out of 8
Yeah.
years.
Defensive player of the year 3 times.
Yeah.
And he's only played like 7 seasons.
And Super Bowl now.
In
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
and
Like
now
he's
he's a
literally
Super Bowl
he's
ring.
literally making an argument for the best defensive player
Yeah.
ever.
And arguably,
yeah.
you could have said he could have won MVP.
We're
for that
we're
game,
we're
too.
witnessing literally the best defensive player
How many,
play.
how many sacks did he have this year?
I'm not sure.
I want to say like in like the 14, 15.
Was it this year T.J. Watt almost broke the record?
Yeah, he
Was it
I
this
thought he
tied
did.
it. No,
Oh,
tied.
he tied?
He tied
Yeah.
straight hand.
He
Because
said
one got called back. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
They,
because,
like
like,
reviewed it.
he said
Because like Lamar Jackson was like falling down as T.J. Watt hit him, and then
yeah.
it was funny. I saw an interview actually with T.J. Watt. He's like, "Yeah, I checked the phone at halftime, and like players get fined for that.
Really?
Yeah, for, like, look-
it's
you
actually
can't-
like illegal.
Yeah, you can't look at your phone during halftime, or like when like and whatever. I don't know what the
Weird.
exact rule is, but like,
Right.
they looked at it and they're like, "Man, it didn't count. Man, it didn't count." Because when he got that second sack on Lamar right
Yeah.
before halftime, they thought he had it.
Right. Exactly.
So like, I'm gonna check. He's like, they didn't count. He's like, damn.
His brothers were texting him at the half, and they're like, you don't have it, you gotta go get another one. You got.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming it was just JJ because Derek's on the same team.
Imagine
yeah,
like
true.
you have to
Yeah,
get your
yeah,
last
yeah,
sack
yeah.
and you have to sack Lamar Jackson, like the slipperiest human of all
Yeah, it
time.
was,
You're just like, God damn, I couldn't have got Tom Brady today. Like,
Well, I mean, we can definitely touch on the Ravens in a minute. 'Cause there's something to talk about there, but
Antonio Brown to the Ravens.
What
We
is
can
there to talk about the Ravens?
We can talk about that in a minute. You'll see.
You'll see.
Well, you probably know. You'll know when we start talking about it. But anyway,
I don't know what we're talking about here.
no, Aaron
Everyone
Donald
knows
is a fucking machine, and then they just got Von Miller just to help him, and then they got Jalen Ramsey. The Rams defense is like toe for toe.
Leonard Floyd too. Don't forget about him.
The
Eric
crazy
Weddle
thing
led
is,
the team in tackles.
the crazy thing is, if there was a way to do this, which an NFL team would never fucking do this, but just have that offense play against that defense.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Full bore, full go, but no NFL team would ever do that.
Obviously not, but that'd be crazy.
Full bore, full go, and I think it'd be pretty interesting.
That would be very cool, actually.
I think it'd be pretty crazy. I think the Rams.
Well, they're
defense
lucky
would-
Kurt Brittenell's not their head coach because that's what they'd be doing everyday life. So.
Oh fuck, dude. Oh my god. Is that guy the head coach in Saline yet? He probably is.
No way in hell.
But anyway.
All right, so let's kind of wrap up our Super Bowl thoughts here by reflecting on our Super Bowl predictions from last episode. Some of us had some. I feel like none of us were really even like on the mark. Some of us more off than others. Somebody, if I recall, somebody said that the Rams were going to win by like 4 touchdowns.
I think it was 42 to 21.
Yeah, I
think
mean,
that was the exact number.
My score prediction was a lot closer, but I did say like it seemed like the Rams were going to win. Like it's going to be close, but it seemed like they were going to be winning the whole game, and that's not how.
I think
To be fair, I had the Bengals score damn near right, and I don't. If Odell doesn't get hurt, I think that game is completely different.
I forget what I said. I should have wrote it down when I did the last.
We are the worst.
But like I should have wrote down that stat. I think I said 31-24 or 31-27. I said it was gonna be close.
I don't think I gave it that high of a score. I want to say I did like
I think you were low.
I did like 20 for like 21 or like 20 this. Well, it was 2017, right? That I said, or the final score.
I think it was 3 points apart. Yeah. No, I said 31.
Yeah,
I said 31-27.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was very wrong.
I thought
but could have been very right.
I thought McPherson was gonna be getting a lot.
I think Evan McPherson might be the second coming of like Vinatieri.
I thought McPherson was gonna get a shit ton of kicking opportunities.
I'm excited to see McPherson in the next 5 years. I think.
I wish I could just find the point in the YouTube video where we said our Super Bowl predictions. But there's no possible chance I'm gonna find
Try
where
to put some timestamps in the
where
description.
we put our scores.
We got to be better about writing down our predictions. We'll get better at that. But.
I will at somehow at some point in this episode find it and I obviously don't want to play the YouTube video in the microphone.
That's gonna fuck the audio up.
But
so
I will
bad.
find it.
I will find it. He says. No,
I will
it's no
find
big
it.
deal. I think.
Just text someone and have them watch it.
Hey.
Text us what we picked.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
I think I said 31-27. I think Ricky, you were right. You had it 3 points, and Roland had the blowout coming.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I thought McPherson was gonna be like really like just at least getting points for the Bengals coming out of their drive.
Yeah,
I mean, he did. I'm just saying though.
He kicked 2 field goals.
I thought
I
he
don't
was.
think
He stayed on the
And
field
too
and
much
watched the
more.
halftime show.
Yeah.
He didn't even
Respect.
win it.
I would too.
Yeah,
When you're
you
14 for
yeah,
14 in the
there.
playoffs, I'd be like, fuck.
he
man.
didn't miss a kick.
Coach.
Didn't miss a kick.
I'd be like, what are you gonna do? Cut me?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I
Coach
didn't
me
miss a
more,
single
coach?
kick
I
in the
gotta
playoffs.
go.
What am I doing? What am I do? Like what realistically? What is
There's no
what is a
purpose.
kicker doing in the locker
There's
room
no purpose
during the
for
game
it.
plan?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good
fuck.
job making your kicks. Keep doing it. Like
Yeah,
it
exactly.
doesn't.
Yeah, what's Sean McVay?
Like
or
like
not
there's no
Sean
like
McVay, what's
offense.
the-
You know, there's like offense. Like hey offense. This is what we're gonna do in the second half to be better. Hey defense. Is it gonna be
Yeah,
Special
go
teams.
listen to a
Special
bunch of
teams,
football talk, or go
just
watch
keep
50 Cent
keep kicking
perform.
it. Like
Yeah,
I
exactly.
if I was a Super Bowl, I'd stay out there for the halftime
Fuck
show.
Yeah, if I was
Oh,
Aaron
yeah.
Donald,
If I was
I'd
Front
coach,
front
I
row
know what
seats
plays.
for
If I was a-
Eminem
if
and
I was
Dr.
a-
Dre.
If I was a kicker or the punter or whatever,
Like a holder or something.
I feel like
Yeah.
if I was any player, I'd be staying out
yeah,
there.
if I'm Aaron Donald, I'm
Find
like,
me.
Coach, I know how to
Fine
do
me,
this.
I don't care. Give me a fine. I'm watching that show.
It was the best halftime show I've ever seen.
It's pretty
by
good.
Far.
I feel like we say that as not being in a Super Bowl because I feel like if you're in a Super Bowl, you'd want to do anything in your power to fucking win that shit. And if that
But I
involves being
feel
in a locker room,
I feel like at that point there's not much to be talked about, especially when Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
Aaron.
I mean, I guess there's a good
like-
point. I feel like you know what you got to do.
And obviously, if there's like big adjustments, obviously,
Just fucking go out there and do it.
exactly.
But I guess my final thoughts on it is it was a good one. It's one of the better ones we've
Yeah.
had in a while.
I think
I
it's
agree.
my favorite since the Ravens and 49ers.
I think
That was
it's
my favorite
I think
one.
just because of Stafford, it's my favorite Super Bowl ever.
Yeah.
I think
Honestly.
it was good. It's definitely been the best one in the past couple of years. Way better than the fucking Patriots Rams Super Bowl.
Way better than
Oh.
the Patriots Chiefs or Buccaneers. Sorry.
Oh,
Every
the
time I
Bucs
think
Chiefs.
every time I think
Yeah.
of Tom Brady, I just say Patriots.
And that was Mahomes.
You want to talk about a game
game
where a defense showed up, dude? The Bucks defense showed up and shut Mahomes down.
No, what do you mean? You mean
the Bengals-
the Chiefs
Well,
shot themselves in the foot?
Yeah, but
You
I mean,
see how many
I'm
balls
just saying.
Travis Kelce and
I'm
Tyreek
just saying,
Hill
dude.
dropped?
All season, everyone's just like, "Oh, the Bucks defense, you know, is gonna be their weakness. It's gonna
It
hurt
was.
them. It's gonna hurt
And they got
them."
exposed. Tyreek Hill dropped 2 in the end zone.
Yeah,
Travis Kelce dropped 1 wide open 50 yards on the field.
And
They hurt
if we
footsteps.
remember earlier in the season, Tyreek Hill had one of the best receiving games that we've ever
Against them?
seen ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally Patrick Mahomes was 180 to the ground to
So-
a 40-yard touchdown and it got dropped.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, Tom Brady was in his time with the Bucks 0-3 against the Rams.
Yeah.
I think.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Well,
Well, I think 2 of them were in the regular season.
Stafford owns Tom Brady.
2 of them were. Well, Stafford was only there for one of them.
Yeah. The only important one.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was there for the most important part.
Matthew Stafford beat down Tom Brady
So
in the regular
bad.
season.
He never wanted to play
Four.
football again.
I think he threw like 4 touchdowns in that game,
Yeah.
and then he put Tom Brady into the retirement home.
Personally, he wheeled him in there in the
He's
wheelchair
he's gonna try to come back in like 2
No,
years,
He's not coming back.
Oh my
and
god.
he's gonna be like, all right, I'm taking my talents to Detroit,
Ooh.
and
If he really wants to be called the GOAT, he has to
Tom,
do it.
Tom Brady's gonna go.
And
to-
it's gonna be a Matt Stafford on the Lions, or Matt Stafford on the Rams, Tom Brady on the Lions,
Oh,
NFC
no.
Championship game for all the marbles.
I don't know how I'd be able to feel.
Could you imagine? Could you
Who
imagine?
would I root for?
Yeah, that's
I don't
okay.
know.
Could you imagine if Tom Brady came back to the 49ers and he plays the Rams twice a year?
And
That's
Stafford
what they're
just
saying is gonna
continue-
happen. He wants to
continues
play. He wants to get one for his childhood team.
He's not coming back.
Why would he go to the Niners though?
Everyone's just like everyone. Dude.
I think people just want him to come back.
Yeah.
I think he's just making
Let it die.
controversy
Let
to
him
make
have enjoy his
controversy.
life now.
Right.
Because he literally retired, and then like a week later on his podcast, he goes, "Yeah, I might regret my decision in 6 months." I'm like, what?
Like you can't do it in 6. You gotta wait like at least a season.
Well, then everyone's like, "Oh, he's gonna come back mid-season." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "What?"
Why? He's like, oh, so Tom Brady's plan is to sit out the first half of the season, see who's doing the best. And he's like, all right, I wanted that one.
Yeah, exactly. I'll ride the bench.
I want to go on that team.
I'll give wisdom from the bench.
He would be an insane coach, like an absolute insane coach.
Well, he's not coming to Michigan because they extended Harbaugh today.
Well, he could be the quarterback coach.
He could be on the
Is he?
staff.
Oh, he could be the offensive coordinator.
I don't
care.
Yeah, be the
He's not a head coach.
be the
by far.
assistant.
He's not a head
Be
coach.
the assistant
yeah.
to the quarterback coach.
I don't think Tom Brady would want the pressure of being a head coach. I think he just kind of want to hang
No,
back and just like have fun and coach
because-
football.
Yeah.
Because being a head coach, I feel like
Way
if
too
Tom
political.
Brady like had like a unsuccessful time at coaching, like it would put
Stain. His
A
face.
yeah,
damper.
it would like people would think of him less because he's like, oh, like he's a good player, but like
Shitty
when it comes to, like he's like the man in charge, he can't like he can't.
Yeah, people will spin anything out of anything these days. So,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
if he was the OC,
I guess that makes sense. But I
Anyways,
don't know.
amazing Super Bowl game. I was on my toes the whole time. When I tell you my hands were sweaty,
knees
my
weak.
palms were weak, whatever. I did
Knees
that
weak,
backwards.
arms-
My knees are sweaty and my palms are heavy. There's-
backwards again.
I know. It
I'm
was for
trying to sing it in
that
my-
was
I'm
for
trying to
emphasis.
sing it in my head, and now I can't get it together.
His knees are sweaty,
His
palms
knees-
are heavy.
And then 50 Cent. How long did they have 50 Cent in the rap?
Oh my god, that was so funny. I'm just like, is this 50 Cent hanging from the ceiling right now?
That is so crazy.
I saw a funny thing. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, here's a picture of Snoop Dogg lighting up a joint
Oh my god.
before the halftime show." And I go, "Are you fucking surprised?" I'm like, "Why are you even remotely
I
surprised?"
seen the one, and it was like it was always the people you would never suspect doing the shit that yeah.
It was a great Super Bowl. I really enjoyed myself. I watched probably like 90% of it. I missed like the first half of the first quarter. I didn't see. I for whatever reason didn't watch the OBJ touchdown at some point since the game. But
Perfect route.
anyways, great Super Bowl. Very very nice game.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it thoroughly.
It
definitely,
was beautiful.
definitely one of the best in a while.
And
Hopefully
the
we get.
playoffs, I think every
Oh.
game in the playoffs were like
This is
the
one
top
of-
tier football game.
Well, cut the wild card round out of that because there were a lot of blowouts. But
Yeah.
other than that, this has been probably one of the best years of playoff football
It's a very competitive league.
ever.
I think it's very it's like I'm happy the super team era hasn't got into the football space yet too bad, because I mean there are a couple, but like
Yeah, the
you still got
Rams.
like 7 or 8 teams that could.
Well, no, the
win
crazy
shit.
thing is, dude, like they already have Super Bowl odds out for next year, and I'm like, how do you even fucking know?
You don't.
I'm like, how do you like?
It's like a mock draft
The,
like,
the
for next year
Bengals,
now.
the Bengals came into this year the 31st out of 32 favorite. I think they were only ahead of the New York Jets
Hey, Lions!
to win the
Mike
Super Bowl.
White, baby.
Or maybe it was ahead of the Lions. I don't know.
He torched the Bengals.
It was
He
either
did.
it was either the Jets or the Lions or somebody, but they were 31st out of 32.
Mike White definitely threw the most
And-
passing yards out of any quarterback like in their first start, right?
Next,
Yeah.
to, Cam,
sure.
next to Cam Newton.
He was number one though, right?
Mike White and Cam
What is
Newton
it,
are the
505 or some retarded number?
No,
No,
it was
he
in the
didn't get to
500.
500.
It was close.
It was
Was
low. It was in the fours, but
It was regardless.
so
That was
Mike White
insane.
and Cam Newton are the only two.
Eli Apple, baby.
Yeah.
Mike White and Cam Newton are the only two quarterbacks to ever throw for more than 400 yards in their first start.
I mean, that's pretty. Throwing for more, any quarterback throwing more than 400 yards is insane.
Yeah, a 400-yard game is pretty fucking
Joey
good.
B says I'll just do 500.
Because like, if you look at like a lot of like
He
the
threw like almost like 1,000 yards in like 2 games.
yeah.
if you look at like a lot of like the betting lines and stuff, quarterbacks are usually their spread is not over 300.
They're usually like in like the mid to high
Twos.
twos.
yeah, they're very rarely over 300.
Yeah.
Unless it's like
Mahomes.
Mahomes playing the Jets.
exactly. That's
No,
it.
I take the under.
No,
Always, just because he's not gonna throw a lot. Except I think they did.
The Chiefs' running game is atrocious. The fact that they cut Kareem Hunt, I know they're kicking themselves in the ass. They're like, we had to cut him for PR, but it's just
That was a good one.
You like that?
Oh yeah.
They're kicking themselves.
Dude, speaking of other running backs that have gotten in trouble, Adrian Peterson got arrested again.
Again? What did he
Super Bowl
do?
Sunday,
On
right?
Super Bowl Sunday, they caught him in the airport.
How about Kodak Black getting shot at Justin Bieber's Super Bowl party the day before the Super Bowl?
I don't listen to any of this stuff. This isn't football. I don't listen to this.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I guess my final thoughts is, and we can move on here. Great Super Bowl, best one in a while, best year of playoffs in a while, and hopefully it continues next year when you're now pretty much it's a new slew of young quarterbacks, next generation.
Oh, it's crazy. It's kind of sad.
Who knows who's gonna ascend and who knows who's gonna be where in 5 years? I think there's gonna be definitely a lot of
Deshaun Watson
stuff.
talk.
I think there's gonna be a lot of stuff that moves around in the next couple years, but we can only wait and see. And hopefully September comes quickly so we get college and pro back.
I hope. I hope we have some more competitive football.
Yeah.
But before we move into our next topic, which is the NFL free agency, I think we're gonna take a quick little intermission here. Welcome back to the Blow and Smoke podcast. Thank you for sticking with us through this brief intermission. While we were away, I did some research into our episode 3 video and found our score predictions for Super Bowl. And I gotta say, a couple of them were kind of close. We'll start off with Rollins because he was the most off. He said that the Rams would win by 4 touchdowns and predicted the final score of 42-21, or /24. He said it wasn't going to be close. Obviously, final score was 2017. Trent was closer.
Whoa! It was 23-20.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I was only wrong about the Rams.
I thought it was 2017. My bad.
No, 23-20.
I forgot the score. Okay, so maybe not as close as I thought. All right. Well, anyway, Trent was a little bit closer. He predicted the final score of 31-17.
Damn.
So he was kind of close. And then I would say I was the closest, and I predicted the final score to be 27-17.
Wow.
Originally, I said 27-20. That's really close.
That is really close.
But, anyways, so I just want to let you guys know our predictions and how they kind of.
I just blame Odell because I think I've been right. I don't know. I think he had a couple more touchdowns in him.
Yeah,
right.
that bastard tearing his
God
ACL
damn.
and costing
the
the Rams 4 points. God, what a dick!
What?
You should write him a strongly worded
You
letter.
should.
You should
How
write him
dare
a
you get
strongly
injured?
worded letter.
How dare you get hurt? Okay. Anyways, let's dive into the NFL free agency that's going to be looming upon us here pretty quickly.
Yeah,
There are so many free agents.
There are a lot.
It's actually ridiculous.
So I guess we'll talk about the significant ones.
If my list will
the big ones.
Devontae Adams.
Devontae
obviously.
Adams.
Here we go.
I think. Honestly,
Godwin.
I think he goes wherever Aaron Rodgers goes, but I think there's a chance he just wants to go play for somebody.
The Bears.
I don't think he's going anywhere in the division.
I've just read some things, and this isn't me just being a Bears fan.
I say he goes to Raiders.
I've just read some things that say he's not shutting the door on the Bears, which is
I say
why would he
Devontae
go
Adams
there?
ends up with the Las Vegas Raiders.
I could see that. Derek Carr's about to get paid
Ooh.
too. Not that he's gonna be a free agent, but Derek Carr's about to get paid. He's gonna be like the 3rd highest paid player.
Would he want to go there though?
I think so.
Cause I don't think
They're-
they're on the cusp of winning for real.
They
They went to the playoffs. I know they did their thing. They got there, but I don't think they're better
They-
than any team that.
But
Well, do you think
but
Devontae Adams is a ring chaser?
No.
no, he wants to prove himself. And you know where he's gonna prove himself? Next to Hunter Renfrow. and so I think
That receiving core would actually be pretty.
Renfrow
legit.
for the short. Safety blanket.
Never mind.
Darren Waller's gonna make those medium plays, and then
Darren Waller was just the best.
Waller was
Devontae
hurt,
Adams?
wasn't he?
Yeah.
he was for a little bit. I think he was
Yeah.
hurt in the playoffs.
I was say I think he was
Yeah,
hurt
he
for
was.
a good chunk of the year.
But anyways,
I
yeah.
could-
So
I could
that's
see the Raiders.
that's a big one. We got Chris Godwin too, another wide receiver.
He goes back to the Bucks.
I feel
I
like
don't know.
I feel like a lot of people have been tying him to Detroit.
Well, yeah, I've seen that too. I don't know why necessarily. If there's anything like
I mean, we definitely need a receiver, but
that'd be cool.
It
Him
would.
next to what's his face? I forget his name now.
are there any big quarterbacks?
St. Brown.
Yeah, St. Brown.
I
Cam
mean,
Newton,
technically Aaron
Big Ben,
Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Like I feel like all quarterbacks are like
Brady.
under contract
Yeah.
right now.
Well,
It's all the old guys.
Aaron Rodgers, I guess, is like the only one.
Aaron Rodgers isn't technically a free agent, but he has an option to move, which I mean, I guess you could call free agency.
He's
yeah, I'm
testing
just-
the waters.
Yeah, I guess like Russell Wilson can be like a potential, but like he's under
He's
contract.
gonna have to get traded.
Yeah, well, I think
Yeah.
he's a potential guy on the move.
Well,
Where I don't really know.
Well, so I guess since we're talking about quarterbacks, I mean, not that he's a free agent, but Deshaun Watson,
Could also be on
the
the move.
rumors are becoming a lot stronger that he's going to move.
Yeah.
But the question is, if you're a GM, he's going to cost you a first round pick or two. Would you, with everything that's going on, and him not playing football in basically 2 years, would you shell out for him?
I think if once you clear out the allegations against him, whatever, I don't care whatever happened. If once he becomes eligible to play football again, yes, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
He made the Titans good with nobody. He made Brandon Cooks look like Cooper Kupp.
You mean
I don't-
the Texans.
I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't think
you.
he was on the Texans when Wes was playing.
No. Okay, fine. He made Will Fuller look like
There you go.
Cooper
Yeah.
Kupp.
Will
No,
Fuller.
I mean, I guess.
I want to see a D Hop, but
Yeah.
I guess if you look at it as like Deshaun Watson goes from the success that he was having and just continues it like nothing happened, I would maybe
I would agree.
shell out for him.
I definitely think he takes a step back just because he hasn't played
Yeah.
professional football. in
Well, they're
2
saying
years.
one of the top places he might end up is Tampa Bay,
I did see that. I
I
actually
saw
seen
that
that
too.
on the drive here. Yeah.
Also, somebody else they talking about too.
Miami.
No, someone else going to Tampa Bay.
Oh,
I can't remember.
Jameis?
Who it was, though.
No.
I saw
No.
something. I'm like, there's
No.
no way.
No, there's no way.
But to
You
be
know-
fair,
you know
that
what's
that year he led the league in passing yards and touchdowns.
And
He
interceptions.
had a
and-
good year. If he
and
didn't-
interceptions.
If he didn't have the same amount of touchdowns as picks, he'd have had a very good year.
Yeah, he threw a lot.
But you know what's really interesting that we didn't talk about before or like during at all? Kyler Murray. He deleted the Cardinals off everything. Deleted everything.
But that's so weird because he's under rookie contract.
Right.
But the funny thing is though, he
He
came
played so
out-
bad though. Like
He came out and responded to the controversy and talk about like a politician's answer.
Oh,
Like
God.
politician's answer. He's like, I'm gonna do what's best for me and for my career, but he didn't like say like fuck the Cardinals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just kind of like,
Do you think he could go play baseball for a couple years? Just say
Oh
fuck it.
my
You know,
God,
go make
Jordan.
a real bag.
no, he
He's
didn't.
actually a good baseball player though.
yeah, he was
Number one pick. He's
Yeah,
the
he's-
only player to ever get drafted 1-1.
He was. It's just weird because it's just kind of like he's not like saying he wants out, but he's saying he wants what's best for himself.
And then he deletes everything off Instagram.
It's just
It's-
such
it's-
a.
it's super-
Just
it's-
such a
it's
dodgy.
interesting.
It's just such a dodgy response too.
It
which
is. No, it
weird.
really is. And what a way to do. What a shitty way to do it too for the fans.
Yeah, but I mean, he started out really hot, and then the second half of the year was not good
Well,
for the Cardinals
Hop
in general.
got
Yeah,
hurt.
Hop. Yeah, but and
And-
JJ Watt went out.
Who is their next best receiver? Isabella.
AJ Green,
Oh, you know
I mean,
what?
that-
You know what?
Christian Kirk,
No, I did. forget
Zach
about-
Ertz.
Not that JJ Watt affects the offense, but I mean JJ Watt was a big hit for the Cardinals too. Like
Yeah,
when
well,
JJ
him and
Watt's
Chandler
healthy,
Jones. Yeah.
when JJ Watt's healthy, he's really good. But the problem is he's never healthy.
He's never been healthy.
He's never healthy. Yeah, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
It's like you
but
know.
when he is healthy, he's the best player.
I mean, the
ever.
Cardinals gave up a lot for him in the trade. Or
Was
no,
it? I know. I don't
he
think
signed.
Was, no,
he
yeah,
signed.
He signed for them.
Okay, so the Cardinals paid him a lot of money, and for what?
Which I still
To
think
play
it's
8
interesting. He
games
went
a
to the
year.
Cardinals, not the Steelers, to go play with his brother. Go take the pay cut.
Brothers.
Oh my God, could you imagine if JJ was on that team
Be like,
too?
because you
The
know
Watts?
JJ Watt doesn't need
Holy
money. He doesn't have
crap,
any
dude.
financial problems, like at all.
I don't think
Like,
there's a lot of
take
NFL. I don't think there's a lot of NFL players that do, except for OBJ, who only made like $35,000 this year.
Yeah.
in his Bitcoin.
So,
salary.
imagine. Yeah.
that
that was.
He was definitely the lowest.
Unless he sold when Bitcoin was at 60K.
He was. He hasn't responded to that. He doesn't seem like, dude. His cleats were diamond encrusted in the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
so obviously he's not struggling
No,
financially.
Not at all. Not at all.
Well, I mean, and then I guess the other big free agent, I mean, you can call him a free agent, is Antonio Brown.
Going to the Ravens. Gonna play with his
I
cousin
don't-
Hollywood.
I
Do you?
We,
So
we did talk about this, I believe.
Well, so let's. Well, but this we talked about this before, though. This was a development. I guess the thing is, if you're the Ravens, do you kind of say, "Hey, Lamar, we're not going to do this and risk pissing Lamar Jackson off,"
No, you don't do that.
or do you give him what he wants?
I don't-
100%.
kind of deal with it.
I just don't think yes, the situation in Tampa was kind of bad, and they were trying to like make him play her or whatever. But I don't think that jurisdicts a temper tantrum
Oh, no,
onto
he's
the
an
field
adult.
for
Yeah,
you to
100%.
throw off your pads and your jersey and walk out. I think that is completely uncalled for, and honestly, great player, he's amazing, but I do not just think that he should have any roster spot.
Extremely unprofessional. I mean, he was unprofessional the way he wanted to get out of the Raiders too.
No, he was unprofessional as soon as he
He's never
and
been professional.
even in Pittsburgh when he was trying to get out of Pittsburgh,
Oh
he
my
was.
God, dude. Pittsburgh, I don't know what it is with Pittsburgh receivers, but holy crap,
They're
dude.
interesting.
Oh my God.
Juju's a free agent.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he technically is. I think they re-sign him.
Yeah, probably.
Or I bet they tossed the franchise tag.
But I think it would be interesting though because the
That's right.
Ravens need a receiver, and they've completely molded the offense around Lamar. So there's no reason to piss him off. He's their guy.
They signed
made it
They
clear.
signed Juju and Antonio Brown.
Well, that would be awesome, but I don't think
That
it's
would be crazy.
But I think
I thought there was some bad blood between the two of them.
Antonio
Who?
Brown,
Juju
it's
and
easy.
A-
Oh,
AB?
yeah, I think there is.
When they was left, because like AB was
Yeah.
talking crap about the organization, Juju's like,
Oh yeah,
This
Juju
is
stood
cool.
up. Juju stood up for the Steelers.
there's like, what?
Yeah,
what did they do to you?
yeah.
We did nothing. You had an amazing, successful career, and then one day you're just like, I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
it's-
well,
yeah.
I mean, in all fairness, Antonio Brown is definitely living with like CTE.
There is something
or
wrong in his head.
Something is wrong
There's a disconnect. There's a disconnect somewhere.
between like reality and like where he is. There's some gap there.
Well,
and
that's what happens when you hang out with Kanye West. So.
yeah, I mean, you can't blame that on everything on him.
Any more,
But I mean, still, it's just like, do you piss off Lamar?
No.
You
You
almost
give him
have
what
to sign him.
And they need a receiver, and there's no free agent even close to the skill level of Antonio Brown.
It's not like he had. Juju, I guess, but it's not like he had
no,
a. It's
not
not like.
even, no. Juju is a fucking college student compared to.
But it's not like
Antonio
he had
Brown.
a bad year.
Not at all.
either
He had a great year.
in Tampa.
Yeah,
And he's like, oh, I had to have a prove it contract.
he did.
You did have to have a prove it
Yeah.
contract. What the hell do you mean? What, you think you're just gonna come in and be paid all this
And
money?
I think Bruce Arians, all he would have had to have done was go, all right, Antonio, sit down, and problem evaded. I think it's when people try to when Antonio Brown is set in his way, that's what's gonna
You
happen.
should never
and
force
you
a
should
player.
realize that,
No
right?
matter who it is, though, you should never force a player to play injured potentially.
Hey,
and I think
you
he
know
was
who
actually.
you're talking to. Like, it's Antonio Brown. He's gonna throw a fit if he doesn't get his way.
Well, and I think he
Why not
was.
just be the bigger person and be like, just go sit down?
Well, I think he was actually hurt too, because I
Yeah,
think he
he
did
was.
get surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, he was actually hurt because you can't like fake surgery. I mean, that'd be.
That'd be interesting.
I don't think
Yeah,
that's.
That's a commitment.
I don't think that. Yeah, that's commitment to your story.
I think it was just a flop on Bruce Arians' part, honestly.
Yeah.
Because all you had to do is go, all right, sit down. We don't need you. We have Mike Evans and Gronk. They can hold it down for
Yeah.
a fucking.
I'd be
2
like, this
quarters.
game's already locked up. I'd be like, go take a seat.
Yeah,
I'd be
easy.
like, it's
Were
like-
they playing the? I mean, to be fair, they almost actually lost to the Jets.
They did.
yeah.
But
still, dude, it's the Jets. I mean,
yeah,
Okay.
if Tom Brady can't beat the Jets, come on.
Yeah.
And he's very good at doing that.
his record is very good against the Jets.
Against the whole AFC East. Or
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess
Against the league, honestly.
I guess there will definitely be more to talk about free agency wise here in the coming weeks.
Yep.
But just I guess to hit on some of the more significant ones right now. But Aaron Rodgers, I guess if you call him a free agent, I think he's down to Denver or Pittsburgh. Personally, 'cause I think he's going to want to play with Leftwich in Denver. So if I had to
yeah, I
put
think
money,
Denver.
if I had to put money on it, I would probably say Denver.
And he would get a good receiving core too. He'd have a lot of fun.
I mean, I think the Steelers, could have upside for Rodgers, but I think Denver, he could be like a Peyton Manning situation. This
but like not trash.
Rodgers is a lot less washed up coming into Denver this
Yeah,
time.
coming off
No,
an MVP.
the first year that Peyton Manning had in Denver was phenomenal.
Yeah,
Through what 55 touchdowns?
Yeah.
yeah.
He did. Him and Demarius Thomas.
I was saying
Julius Thomas, Eric Decker,
Yeah.
Wes Welker.
I just think Rodgers would
Insane.
be coming. I think Rodgers would be coming in a little bit of a different way than Peyton Manning did. But
Well, he's coming off his back-to-back MVPs, so.
yeah,
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 where'd they get him?
yeah. Who's not gonna want him? But anyway, I guess moving on here, the NBA trade
Oh
deadline.
my god.
And I will
What?
Lots
admit,
of moves.
I'm not even a huge NBA fan, but holy crap, this was one of the most. I mean, the NFL trade deadline was like,
Meh.
there was stuff, but nothing really like compared
A
to this.
4-team trade, man.
And I think the NBA is crazy with multiple team trades. Like, how do you say to a team, "Hey, you trade this team this guy, I'll give them this guy, and then you give him, whoever."
I get,
It's
yeah,
like-
it's crazy.
it's-
That's
it-
just
communication.
crazy.
It's
like,
it's
the
all for salary
communication.
cap. The salary cap in the NBA is so insane.
Yeah, because they have to match each other's salary or something. It's
Like you
weird.
can't trade for somebody over the cap. So like okay, so we have to trade you this guy,
Yeah.
so we can get this guy,
Yeah.
so we don't go over the cap.
We
You
have
know
to
what I'm
we have
sad
to
about?
we have to clear this guy's cap space so we can get this guy, and then this team clears their cap space.
The Pistons got Bull, and I was excited. I was like, we're finally going to use them.
That was before the
And-
deadline, though, wasn't
yeah,
it?
That was like a week.
That
before
was
the
like a
deadline.
week
And
before
then
the deadline.
they
yeah.
traded him to Orlando,
Yeah,
and I was like,
did he even
"Gosh
suit up
darn
for the
it."
Pistons?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, his trade went through. He failed a physical.
Oh, he failed the physical.
And then, so the reason why is he failed a physical, and then he, like a couple days after the trade, like didn't go through, like he had surgery.
yeah,
So the reason why is because like, oh well, we're not gonna trade for you if you're just gonna get surgery immediately, and then
Exactly.
Orlando's like, man, we suck so bad. Why don't we just
They're gonna have the most lanky boy lineup
Mo
ever.
Bamba,
Jonathan
and
Isaac
Bol.
and Bol. 3 7-footers.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
obviously,
gonna be awesome.
obviously the biggest trade that came out of this, and the two significant players in it,
Hardino.
were
Hardino.
Harden and Ben Simmons. And Harden now is coming out saying that he wanted to go to the Sixers all along.
It
was
makes
not
sense. Him and
Brooklyn.
Embiid is like Kobe and Shaq V2. It's
Now,
scary.
how much I believe
Didn't they just
that-
get like absolutely mollywopped last night?
I didn't watch it.
Oh yeah, dude.
Did
Harden
Harden even
Harden,
They got beat.
but Harden
bad.
didn't play.
That's true. He didn't play,
But
and he's not.
they got,
And now it is
yeah.
just Embiid by himself.
They
And,
if Harden
yeah,
didn't
blown.
play.
and he's
They
not
got
playing
blown
until
out.
after the All-Star break,
And
which starts
I
this
think
weekend.
the
Is-
Nets kind of secured like a deep playoff run with Ben
Yeah,
Simmons
so-
now.
Is Ben Simmons actually gonna play?
I think so, right? Is that what
So
I heard?
So
He-
yesterday, that was really quick.
the Celtics, right?
Yeah, the Celtics and the Sixers played, and the Celtics won 135-87.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, it was
So-
bad.
But the Celtics,
Are the hottest team basketball
Yeah.
right now. They've
Oh,
won 9 in a
dude.
row. They're playing the Pistons currently, so 10
Oh,
in a
yeah.
row.
Okay, 10 in a row. Yeah.
Hey, you never
Dude, the
know.
Yeah.
Celtics are
They are hot.
going off. But I
Only
guess
if they're as
so.
good as the Warriors,
So
though.
Ben Simmons' whole sit out thing was because he didn't want to play for the Sixers, right?
I think so.
For the
No,
most
it's
part.
it's
I think
it's,
he
be-
wanted to leave.
it's because he got so much hate for being so because he couldn't make a shot in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, he
Literally,
got,
the
hated.
fans hated him out
Oh
of
yeah, and then he's
Philadelphia.
like I'm mentally not into it.
Yeah,
or
the
something
Philadelphia
like that.
fans hated him out of Philly because like,
Yeah.
oh, you suck, you can't make a free throw.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I'm cool. You think I suck? All right, I'm not playing for you anymore.
Fair enough.
Which I feel like it's justified response.
No, it is.
If a city that you play for and you play your career and you want to win for just hates you,
All right, fair enough.
why would you want to play for them?
Yeah, no
Well,
one
then
would.
also before the deadline, Buddy Hield finally got out of Sacramento.
You know what I remember, Trent, when me and you were watching that game against the Pistons and the Kings, there was a little thing on the bottom of the Bally Sports, a little moving
Yeah.
word that said Kings informed Buddy Hield that they do not plan to trade him for
Yeah.
the deadline, and
then
they traded him anyways.
Yeah, and then they
You
traded
know,
him.
you know what's crazy?
Good for
That
him,
tra-
dude. He
That
finally
trade is,
got
that
out.
trade is garbage.
Where'd he go? The
Tyrese
Indiana?
Halliburton and
Oh yeah,
Buddy
he's
Hield.
on the
Halliburton?
He's on the
for
Pacers.
to the Pacers for Sabonis.
Yeah.
So both teams traded their best players, and now it's like the Kings and the Pacers are the same team.
I feel so bad for Tyrese.
Me too, because if the only way-
Like there's
the
interviews
Pacers
like
won
he's
that-
like obviously like he was hurt because he
Yeah,
just got
he's back.
drafted.
No, he is back now. He's playing.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm saying well, I'm saying he's hurt and
yeah,
he
Yeah.
feels hurt
Gotcha.
because it was his second year.
Yeah,
he
no,
played
that's
played one
perfect.
year and he was phenomenal.
And I'm mad though, because the Pacers, if they would have got Buddy Hield and Halliburton and kept Sabonis, that would have been a fun team. But now they don't have a big man. It's just like,
They got Mouser.
but like
Well, Andre Drummond was part of the trade to the Nets, right?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
on the
Yeah,
Nets,
who
I
right?
was he
think
now?
I think the Nets got. The Sixers got fleeced.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, dude! The Nets got what? 2 first rounders?
and then that's got
yeah,
Seth
the
Curry,
the
too.
Nets got Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, Ben Simmons, and picks for literally James Harden.
Harden,
Well,
and
so they got a 2022 first rounder and then like a 2027 first rounder.
Yeah,
and then for Harden and Drummond.
yeah. And then the
No, no.
Pistons somehow got Marvin Bagley.
No, Harden, not Harden and Drummond. Harden and
Oh no, yeah,
Drummond.
Drummond went to the Nets.
Yeah.
Drummond's on the Nets.
Yeah.
They got Harden and
He's starting for the Nets.
Yeah.
I think he's in the starting. I think he's back in the
It makes
starting
sense.
spot.
I don't
He's
know.
one of the
As
best
the big man.
rebounders when he's out there. So I mean,
Well, Embiid's a center, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Drummond's not going to start over.
No. Well, you can play them both. They can play the
Well, they did.
4 and the 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just interesting that I'm actually wearing ironically I'm wearing a Detroit Andre Drummond jersey right now. But honestly, I used to love him because he just was our best player and he
He's a
lead
cool
lead
dude.
he led the league in rebounds, and then I saw some interview and it changed my viewpoint of him. He's like, Andre Drummond can drop 20 points and 20 rebounds every game and not play an actual impact the game. I'm like, you're facts.
Well,
That's true.
then they dumped him to the Cavs.
Ugh.
And he was
No,
pissed.
wait, didn't he go to the Lakers first?
No, he went to the
Did we
Cavs.
trade
They
him
went
to
to the
Cavs?
Lakers.
Did we trade him to the Cavs, or did
We traded him to the Cavs.
or did we just buy him out?
No,
we
he
might
was
have bought him out.
something like that. He wasn't
Yeah.
expecting it though. He was like, "What the fuck?" He was
Well,
surprised.
I think they sat him before the trade deadline and expected him for a trade, but I don't remember what we traded for him.
But then he went to the Cavs, and then I think he signed with the Lakers.
It was
Did he get a
nothing.
ring?
No.
No, he wasn't on the wrong year.
No,
he was there on the wrong year.
Yeah.
He was
And
in the
then
bubble.
then I think he signed with the Sixers, and now he got traded.
You know what's crazy? How people hate the bubble. I think the bubble was some of the best basketball we've
It was
ever
really fun.
Oh, yeah, it was
PJ
cool.
PJ Walker.
seen. Yeah.
Or-
Lance Stevenson.
Well, everyone's pissed.
PJ,
at,
is that his name?
everyone-
PJ Walker?
Everyone's pissed at LeBron because he said that he thinks the Dodgers, Rams, and Lakers should have like a combined parade because the Lakers and Dodgers never got one because of COVID.
Oh, yeah, that would
So I
be
mean,
kind
it kind of makes sense. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
And in all fairness, the LA Kings are doing kind of good this year.
Don't
Yeah,
even
but
don't take away Stafford's moment.
Yeah,
No,
they're
I'm
still-
saying-
they got the-
If
no,
they're-
no,
if I was the Rams, I'd say hell no.
No, I'm just saying what LeBron said. I'm not
Oh.
saying it should happen. I think it's a cool
It's a very
concept.
rare,
but I don't
it's a very
think
rare
it should happen.
statement for LeBron to say something, anything factual. So I mean, it's pretty cool when he actually wants to do something.
Yeah, but I mean, just a crazy deadline. Russell
Insane.
Westbrook did
Oh
not
my
get
God.
dealt
How is he-
somehow.
Yeah, no, it's not the Lakers did not do any deals.
I know.
I can't believe he's still in the league. Like, how have the
I
Lakers
think-
just like locked deleted his code,
The
just
Lakers-
deleted him from the roster, and just said you can just go home.
The
Don't come
Lakers
back."
have that team to where like they need a piece, and they could be better.
They just need
'Cause
to
they're
be
on what,
5 years
I
younger.
think they're on a 9-game skid.
They're doing pretty bad.
I think they're on like a 9-game skid, and it's just like, dude, it's like you're one piece away from being like at least competitive, and it's like you could easily get rid of Westbrook.
They just need
at least
to be
bring in
5
someone
years
decent.
younger, and then they go 82-0.
Well, LeBron's just riding it out until Bronny gets drafted.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I want to know.
I-
if
I
he's
saw-
gonna-
I saw
is
something
he
like-
just gonna go to whatever team. Like, is he's?
I'm
gonna
pretty
be
sure
I'm on
because
this team.
I'm pretty sure because it was like man, whenever Bronny goes to the draft, like everyone's gonna want him because like if you draft Bronny, you're gonna get LeBron.
Yeah. But how long does LeBron play? Does he play for like one game and
Ma-
retires?
No,
What
I'd
if that's the
say-
plan?
I'd say he plays at least a season.
Dude,
Yeah.
could you imagine if Bronny like
They
goes to
win
the?
a chip?
Could you imagine if Bronny goes to the Hornets,
No,
which is realistic,
no,
and then
no,
and
no.
then
Bronny's
And
gonna go
then
to the Pistons.
Bronny goes to the Hornets,
LeBron would
and then
follow.
LeBron goes and plays, and LeBron plays for Michael Jordan. That'd be kind of
I
crazy.
No, that
didn't-
team would be crazy because you
didn't
still
even
have
think about
LaMelo.
That
They
would
would
be.
still have
That's the
LaMelo.
only reason I would want
I
that to
wouldn't-
possibly happen.
I
is
wouldn't
just so he
see
plays
Bronny
every
going
night.
there because Lamelo's there.
Yeah, it
It'd
would
make no sense.
I'm just saying it's all how the draft lines up.
Well, I mean, if you can get
When
Bronny, who's
when
a
is he
good-
going? Is he going to
He's
college
still-
next year?
Yes.
I think it's not next year, but the year after. He's 2024. I think is his class.
Oh my god,
That's-
are you
that's-
serious?
that's a
He's
long
that far
time.
away. He's only a junior.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I thought he was a senior. Holy crap.
That's a long ways.
That's a
I'm
long way
excited
for
for the Charlotte
LeBron.
Hornets, though. They're going to be really good. LaMelo's becoming the best young prospect.
Oh, the Hornets
Ever.
are getting better and better.
Close.
Now the question
he's
is though.
he's going crazy, Ricky. Ricky, he's going crazy.
Ever?
I say
No,
almost.
no, but the question is
On the
though.
cusp. He's,
the-
he's getting there.
The question
a
is
lot
though,
of
is Jordan going to become like an aggressive owner and retain this team? You know what I
I
mean?
don't see why he would.
Because he's let guys walk. He's let good players walk.
Well, you don't let LaMelo walk. There's no way you let and everyone else on the team's kind of
yeah,
mad.
I think he's learned his lesson with that a little
Who
bit.
did he let walk? Kemba?
Yeah, but Kemba's terrible now.
But, yeah. So
He-
No, no,
good on
I mean,
him.
He let Harrison
When
Barnes walk.
grain of salt.
And it
Whenever
was
I
after
say a
his
player
last
is
year.
terrible, I am aware that I will never be them, and I will never
Yeah,
play
facts,
professional
facts,
sport.
facts, Yes.
So
asterisk,
it's
asterisk.
big asterisk
Yes,
whenever I say a player is
100%.
terrible,
Yeah.
because obviously they played hard enough to get into the
Much better
professional
than all of
sports.
us
Yeah, they're
So
combined.
they are
playing pro
they are
basketball.
miles ahead of me. But I'm just saying, Kemba after leaving Charlotte just took a decline.
Now,
he had a good year in
No,
He
he
did have a
Boston.
good year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
In
he
Boston,
yeah.
but other than that,
Now he let Harrison Barnes walk
But,
Here's-
to the Warriors.
no.
No,
No,
Harrison
that Warriors shirt.
Harrison Barnes was never on the Charlotte Hornets. He was on the
Who am I
Warrior,
thi- who am I thinking?
The Mavs? Harrison Barnes on the Mavs?
No, he
No,
went from the
Harrison-
Warriors to the Mavs.
Yeah.
Remember,
and
he
then the
won
Mavs
first,
to the Kings.
So didn't he win the first chip? He won the first chip, and then he left right before the second or after the second.
He left before they got KD. I'm pretty sure.
hmm
Yeah, he was never there during that.
No.
Yeah,
But-
I don't know who you're talking about. The Hornets let go
He let some. This
It
might
had
have
to be
been a while
Kemba. You
ago.
have to be thinking Kemba.
Yeah,
It
I
can't
think, he let him walk. and
because
everyone's
Kemba's been their only good player. I mean, besides Lamelo, he's been
Yeah.
like their only bright
Yeah.
spot the past 10 years.
Yeah, he let him walk, and then everyone was kind of like, "What the hell?" We'll see how competitive of an owner he wants to be. I mean, I don't know.
He has the shining light of LaMelo. He's gonna be a good point guard for the next fucking 10 years.
Well,
probably.
LaMelo's dad could kick Jordan's ass in one-on-one.
He could. Now we can finally see that.
Dude,
Let's see it.
oh my
Come
god,
on.
he was LeVar Ball was literally on ESPN, and he's like, "I could take Jordan down one-on-one," or he goes, "If I had a team, I could do it." He goes, Pippen and Rodman are what made Jordan great.
They're not
And then
necessarily wrong.
Stephen A. Smith goes, "You shut your mouth." He's like, "You shut up right now." He's like, "Shut your
Well,
mouth."
Scottie Pippen and Rodman,
it was-
and the lack of competition.
It was the
does-
It was so funny. It was
grasping at
so
straws.
funny.
It was attention grabs.
Well,
No,
then there was that-
LeVar Ball is the smartest man on the planet. He knows exactly what to do to get all his three sons drafted and make a bag.
Yeah, attention.
He knows exactly
No,
what he
but
has to do.
Angel didn't get drafted.
Oh, he's in the league. He
Dude,
got all his kids in the league.
Who's the one guy? He's usually on with Stephen A. Smith. But he goes, if it came down to it, who would you want to shoot, Steph Curry or what's his face?
Iguodala.
Give
Yeah,
me
would you-
He said, if the
Iguodala.
Martians have the death beam
I'm like,
pointed at her,
what? I'm like, I don't even.
Iguodala.
I don't even like basketball that much, and I would have Steph fucking shoot. What the hell?
Yeah, I mean,
I think that was the same guy that said he said something about like Kobe not being like top 5 or something like that, or top 3. I forget.
When you mentioned that, I remember
Shaq just like looked like he wanted to like cry.
I saw
Like
a
Shaq just looked like someone like
I
shot
don't know if you
his
guys
family.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but Dan Orlovsky,
Yeah.
he was on a show the other day with Stephen A. Smith,
Oh, no.
and back in, I want to say like September, he's like, if you like, the Bengals have a legitimate shot at going to the Super Bowl if they have a good defense, and Stephen A. Smith was like, what? And they played that clip. And he's like, and then Stephen A. Smith was just like this.
Just
Like how do you even call it? Because that's like no one thought the Bengals were gonna win more than like 5 games this year. So he was like, if the Bengals have a good defense, they're making the Super Bowl run. And Stephen A's just like,
they really didn't have that great of a defense.
Give me
Until the
it's
Super Bowl.
similarity.
No, but
That'd be
yeah.
saying
No,
like
it's crazy.
if the Pistons had a good, I don't know,
No,
like a good defense, like their
I get
championship
it, no,
bounders.
it's
Like
crazy.
My favorite thing is though is with Stephen A. Smith, and I think he's a great analyst. I mean, I think he's a cool guy and everything. But my favorite thing is when the Cowboys lose, and he always walks in wearing a cowboy hat and like smoking a
Yeah.
cigar,
because
and he's like, "How about them Cowboys?"
because he knows that Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
He's such a big Cowboys fan.
He hates the Cowboys, and it is so awesome and so funny how he just wears the cowboy hat for the whole show. Just to piss him
I
off.
remember when Skip Bayless was after the Cowboys lost the Niners. He was so mad.
Oh yeah, yes he was.
Like, how dare the Cowboys? How dare Dak not? How or whatever. This is complaints.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're not even on NBA anymore. We
No,
kind
but
of
you know
just
what I think is interesting about this 4-team trade? I think the Pistons kind of won.
they did. They gave
Yeah,
away Josh
they-
Jackson and Trey
yeah.
Lyles, Trey Lyles we just signed him this season, and Josh Jackson was okay.
okay.
Yeah,
He
middle of the road.
he was a Detroit guy because he was like really scrappy and
Yeah.
getting everybody's face. We got Mark Bagley, who's a pretty decent
Really
young
good
prospect.
young, and
So
him and Cage
we'll
should
see how
have
that
a
goes.
Good duo. I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
See how that goes.
So,
All
well,
right.
Anyway, I guess I'll touch on this before we wrap up here.
Redneck stuff. Here we go.
Yeah, this is all you. I'm
Oh.
just gonna unplug my mic.
So
I'm just gonna mute my mic here.
don't unplug it because we know we won't be able to get it to work again. It'll never turn back on.
Let me just mute
But-
this.
I mean, we're all, I guess, NASCAR fans to an extent. We more when we
I
go
like
to
drink in the-
when we go to Michigan, we more go for the weekend and the days leading up to it to consume some adult beverages, multiple adult beverages. But NASCAR's back this weekend. Daytona 500. R.I.P. Dale. It's been almost
Too long. I don't even
my
know how many
God.
years.
2026 will be 25 years. So coming up on 25 years, I guess, in a way.
Should have just turned left harder, man. I don't know what to tell you.
He got turned into the wall. It wasn't even his fault.
I don't think it's a very good joke.
Yeah, it's too soon. Dude. Too soon.
Too
Fuck,
soon.
fuck you.
Okay,
dude.
it's 25.
Too
Um,
soon.
Big one at Daytona this weekend. A lot of new guys in new places.
Let's go, Bubba Wallace.
Yeah, Bubba.
Oh
Woo.
my god.
He won a race.
Yeah, by default.
Hey,
But anyway, a lot of new guys in new places, so it's definitely gonna be an interesting one this weekend. Definitely probably gonna be a lot of crashes and a lot of good action, but hopefully it's good racing, and hopefully Kyle Larson can do it again. I mean, he got suspended for a year and pulled a Tom Brady, came back and won a
Like,
championship the year after being suspended.
after cheating.
So he didn't cheat. Are you talking about Brady or Larson?
Brady.
Okay, this is a different story for a different day. Kyle Larson did not cheat. He made a obscene, or not obscene, but he made a racist gesture on a
Oh no.
virtual racing platform, which was so stupid, and that word should not be used in any way, shape, or form
Oh.
nowadays. And he got caught for it on a national stream. I don't know how many people watch virtual racing, but
4
got-
people.
he said it.
I didn't know this.
He said a word that should never be said in any way,
What
shape, or
word
form
was that?
nowadays. And,
No, let's
Yeah.
not dive into this.
but anyway, he got caught. But
Sports
then
only.
But then, and he got
Who
fired.
were
And
in Paris? Who
he
was in
took
Paris
he took a hit for that, but he came back and won a championship. And well, hopefully Larson can do something this weekend. It'd be cool to see him maybe get a Daytona 500. I mean, he raised a championship, and it's like Dale Earnhardt. He won 7 titles before even having a Daytona 500. And some people think Daytona is an even bigger deal than a championship. But
It's the Rose Bowl. Man.
it'll definitely be a good race this weekend, and it's on Fox at 2:30 this Sunday, and hopefully there's good racing action. It's an interesting one because NASCAR will be back, and we'll definitely be there in August this year.
Oh yeah.
In one way, shape,
We
or
might have to
form.
vlog that one. That might be the first in-person video.
Oh,
That could be
boy.
fun.
Oh,
The
man.
weekend.
Well, we aren't schmacked at the race.
No,
That's-
but I mean, we should record the entire weekend. Set a couple cameras up.
Anyway,
We'll see how that goes.
Anyway,
We'll
before
see.
we wrap up here, I guess a little bit of an announcement. I mean, not an announcement, but in a way, we're gonna try and get some gaming content going for you guys. I don't know if it's gonna be on this channel or if we're gonna make a separate gaming channel, but try and get some gaming content of me, Ricky, and Roland, and maybe some other people playing against each other. NCAA 14, one of the best video games made all time.
Amen.
Madden, NHL, all that good stuff. 2K. God knows I'm not winning that. But, we'll probably still do it. You guys are going to see me get absolutely beat down.
It'll be a good time.
But-
Me and Ricky will have some good games.
Well,
for
whether
you.
we make a new channel or not, definitely going to try and bring a little bit of a difference in content there. And, let's kind of see where that goes. But that'll be coming up in the coming weeks. Still trying to figure out a couple of the logistical things with that. But just something for you guys to look forward to out there for a little bit of a different flavor on this show. So I guess if you guys have any other thoughts, but
No,
I
think I'm
other
good.
than that,
I have just thought of next week's because obviously football's over now. So next week, I think we are gonna plan on doing our own little NFL award show.
Ooh.
But not necessarily like the standard run of the mill MVP off of there. I think we're gonna think of some awards, like maybe like play of the year,
Okay. I
game
like
of the
this.
year, all that stuff. I think we'll just have a fun little not like game show, but just like
yeah.
post some questions, post some potential awards we'll think of over the next week.
Yeah, that'd be
And we'll
fun.
come
dude.
back and give the awards, and then you guys will also be able to give us your takes on what you think.
Yeah,
We'll
as
we'll
well.
definitely do like MVP and like offensive and all that. But then we should also, I think we should do like worst defensive player, worst
So what, so you
offensive
can say
player.
fuck you,
Yeah,
Apple,
the
one more
wor-
time?
the
Wor-
LVPs,
Yeah,
if you
the
will.
least valuable player.
I don't know
the-
if like I can necessarily pick
The
a least valuable player.
It's just Eli Apple. That's it. That's
And
it.
That's
That's
Eli
the
Apple
answer.
the whole way.
the toilet bowl player. No, that's usually for fantasy football. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Ooh,
that
we,
idea,
we
Ricky.
could do like a
Definitely.
fantasy MVP and a fantasy
That'd be
LVP,
fun,
fantasy
yeah.
bust.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We
dude.
can-
Oh,
yeah.
dude, that's definitely different than some of those other questions. There's
Yeah.
definitely different answers. There.
So- Yeah, so I think that's all we got for this week. I appreciate everyone that tunes in to this jumble of words that we put together on a weekly basis. And we'll see you guys next week. Make sure you comment, subscribe, and like on the video. And follow us on Twitter. The Long Smoke Pod will be in the description. And we appreciate you guys listening. See you next week.